Hello and welcome to Bad at Board Games. My name's Brad Blake and I'm bad at board games, so you don't have to be. And I'm bad at shelf control on Black Friday with Kingdom Death, and I have been holding off on doing this video, but I'm like, I need something to do, so might as well show you how bad this little sale was. However, in all honesty, for KDM, their Black Friday sales are amazing. They literally are 50%. So if you are interested in it, if you can hold off, and I didn't know that when I bought the original. I'm glad I still bought the original. It's a really good deal. So why did I end up with all this stuff? Now, this is from the first thing I bought. A couple of things that I've already built from the 1.6 that I got a couple months ago. But all this came with the All In, well, almost All In, Black Friday sale they had. I went in and it was just going to buy the $20 tabletop simulator from KDM, and that's all I did. And then I kept looking at the sales and kept looking at the sales, and by Sunday they still had their sales going for the whole weekend. And they had the All In, which was normally it's $2,000, and I hate to even say that out loud. Was like $998 free shipping, all of that, and this stuff weighs a ton, and so shipping could be over $100 just for that. And so yeah, I decided to get that. I had referred somebody to my place of employment, and you get those employment referral bonus things, and I decided to take that money and spend it on this. And then a few days later, I think the next day, my car got totaled in the parking lot by a drunk driver. So that wasn't bad timing. It's like, oh my goodness. But anyway, on to the games. So I've enjoyed putting this stuff together. The weirdness of KDM and how all this stuff looks is just, you're either going to like it or you're not. And the more I get into it, the more I like it. The stranger it is, the hidden ways that things come out in the story. Now, a lot of this, from what I understand, because I'm still trying to play through the 1.6, just base core game, instead of you're replacing monsters and having a new campaign with these. This is the Dragon King, and he has his own campaign as being the final boss, I feel. I haven't gone through the rules because I'm trying not to spoil things for me. And then the Gorm, you can replace the white the white lion. So this is kind of an entry level monster instead of doing the white lion. And then you've got this is the dung beetle, and I don't know where he is replaced in that. I kind of need to learn more about the node system within KDM and how to create your own campaigns. But I want to get through the current campaign. I'm at Lantern Year 12 now, I think. So I've still got, I may not even be halfway. It can go up to 30. I may die before that. Feel like I'm kind of stalled and don't know how to get more powerful in this kind of early mid game. And so, I'm kind of worried I'm not going to have enough people to take me through and get through the gold smoke night. But we shall see. And then, if I do die on this campaign, am I just going to shuttle it and try some of the new stuff? I don't know. But when you hear People of the Sun, this is the Sunstalker guy, and this is the Dragon King, and I don't have the ribs on him yet because I want to be able to paint the inside of this. But there's a dragon, his human form, so to speak. There's a guy inside the dragon. I don't know. And then the dung beetle knight is just cool looking. There's a lion knight, and there's look at all this stuff. These three I've already built, but we've got Manhunter, and then this is the Lion Knight, the Lion God, And we've got Slenderman, which I think's, the whole internet debacle with the Slenderman and the girls. We got the Flower Knight. The way some of these people paint these things is gorgeous. We've got the Lonely Tree, and then we got Spidicules, and this is one of them that I really liked this model, and this is kind of one of them that kept like pulling me in to Kingdom Death, and just some of that stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this up here, but I just thought it was cool. I don't know, this big giant spider ball thing or whatever. It came with this All In, whatever, came with the what do you call it? Gambler's chest. It's funny, the Gambler's chest box that it comes in is actually bigger than the core box. Now when you take things out, it's smaller. Like this Gambler's chest is only maybe 2 inches tall, and the regular one's around 4 inches. So 2.5 and 4 inches, and same size rectangle. But then you have a whole other box for the Gambler's chest for all the miniatures that they've given you. Like, the King's in there, and Evil Santa. I think it's Anthus, I think is his name. But then you've got, all these other models. So there's so many models in this, and I enjoy building the models. The downside, and I'm just talking off the cuff, right, to their models, and I always talk about Games Workshop. They have the best minis, and I still say that. I would say my problem with the models is more on how they've assembled them, and that really you're going to need to use green stuff. Some of the pieces are so small, like in the bracers, to be able to do the hands. They do them in 2-piece. I don't think you need to do that. I understand why they're doing that, to be able to have kind of a male female into the wrist, but I think if you just used glue and a flat point, you wouldn't need that extra piece. But you definitely need, some of the fitments are kind of a pain, and you're going to need green stuff to get rid of all the lines. It's not that in Games Workshop's models you don't need that as well, but I feel like these need a lot more than the Games Workshop items. Then when you get it painted and primed, you're not going to see it. I kind of was just trying to get something put together, and so like on the lion, I've got a real bad assembly with the lines here that didn't look very good. So anyway, and it did come with another core box, this whole All In, so I'm going to sell the core box at a discount versus the $400 it has online that you have to get it for now. And I may sell a couple of these expansions, just to kind of recoup the money there. But this has now become the most expensive game I've ever owned. It's like buying a car. Crappy car, but either way. I don't know what I'm doing. I know at least somebody has commented, did the same thing over Black Friday. They're like, it is such a good deal. And if you think you're going to be playing this, and they're like, when they talk about lifestyle game like this, I hope to be playing this for the next 5 years, right? Like on and off, and getting through a campaign and starting another one. And I enjoy building models. I enjoy painting, but the painting it takes so long for me to paint the way I want. That can just take, sometimes it just, like with family and work and trying to do YouTube videos and all those kinds of things, the painting definitely takes a backseat. Sometimes it's kind of like a surge. I was happy to get the White Lion done. I'm only about 80% done with the evil elk here with the stomach mouth. Wanted to build and start doing the Phoenix. So, I've 10% on this guy. But and then I think I'm going to do Gorm, not Grom, next. The Butcher, I kind of want him to look like the bad guy from the original Highlander movie. There can be only one. But I've dry brushed these at least. So I'll do some of that. But Gorm, I think I want to have like some, like an aqua color. I think everybody's done like it's from a realistic skin tone to elephant to red to all different kinds of things. But I think I'm gonna do glowing eyes, and then it's more of a the front will be like an aqua color, light blue, going all the way back to almost black, and just the light being the primary focus, if I can pull that off or not. This guy is really weird. Shark hand, hair, tentacle guy. Yeah. And then this guy's cool. I'm not sure what color I'm going to do the dragon god, dragon king, but he's creepy. That whole face, and then these horns. It's unlike anything. You know, I constantly am impressed with the diversity that they have. If they're stealing their ideas from places, I don't know where they're stealing them from. How's that? Or they've created such a setup that it allows them to like create these weird things based on the narrative and everything that they've talked about. Like maybe you have to have hands, and it's got to be, you know, you're creepy. Just how creepy can we make it without going too far for most people? I don't know. But anyway, I'm just sharing. I don't really have a whole lot else to say. I'm enjoying my plays of Kingdom Death. I think I keep talking about that. I'm looking forward to getting Oathsworn halfway done so that I can do a comparison between the two and also get a good Oathsworn review out. I could do an Oathsworn review out right now. I've got almost 30 hours of play in it, but I want to get through the 10th, you know, the actual halfway point in that game. I've just played Kingdom Death this week again, so I'm up to like 28 or 29 plays of it now. And so that, like I said, it's almost halfway, and the hours don't quite match, but it does take longer to sit there and play Oathsworn than it does KDM. But that's what I have. What do you think? Do you have this? Have you been enticed by it? I know, like, these lifestyle games, I really avoided it. I think I avoided Kingdom Death for over a year. Like, I just didn't think I had the time, didn't want to spend the money. You know, I had all those same things I think everybody has, and you have to look at that. Don't go out buying this on a credit card. Don't be paying interest on anything like this or any games. But, you know, find a good deal if you can dip your toe in, if you can play with a friend. If you're interested in KDM, it's halfway decent. It's still in kind of like, I would say, beta mode, but they have like for $20 you can get their version of Tabletop Simulator, and you know, it's got a little bit easier access to set a few things up, and they're continuing to add on it, and you can even, you know, buy all the, you know, the add-ons for like $10-$20 or whatever each. But you can get the base game for like $20. You don't need to buy the, you know, the master key and get the resin thing and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in trying it, and then you can play other people, you know, like 4 of you or 2 of you could get together, you know, online and try it that way. I'm not trying to push this, but like if you are interested in it for $20, it's worth trying it out for $20. The rule book's in there. You have to flip through it like a regular rule book, things like that. So it's not going to be like Board Game Arena where it keeps you from messing things up, but you know, it's basically Tabletop Simulator, but a better looking, more aesthetic version of it, I would say. I haven't tried it yet. I did buy it. I still need to get on and do that, but there are some how to play, like, you know, through the first scenarios on KDM Simulator, and you can also check out Finn. I talked about him before. He's got like it's a really deep, in-depth, like looking at every light switch and everything and all like that kind of stuff. And he's got the full-blown version, but the full-blown version is just, it gives you all the extra content that has been digitally created. So that doesn't really change how it plays and what's available for the core game. So that's all I have. I don't know if this was worth you listening to. I don't know if this is worth your 15 minutes or not, but anyway, we got to do what we got to do sometimes. So just remember, no matter how you play, whether it's solo, and I play this solo, with family or friends, enjoy whatever you are bringing to the table. Have a great night. Bye.